Hey everybody, this is part 2 of the video. I don't know what happened. First time using it, sorry. So now we're just going to apply the liner. We have already done the crease and the highlight. So now we're going to do the eyeliner. And we're using the Black Truck Fluid Line with the 209 brush. Now when you dip into your fluid line with your brush, you just want to really gently, just dip on the side. I don't like to go all the way around on the brush. I just want to get it on one side because I found when I put it on and I get it and I swirl it all on the brush, it kind of gets everywhere. So I just like to go on one side and just dip. Now if you're doing this yourself, you're going to want to grab a mirror. You can use a compact mirror or a handheld. And just, I like to look down, point the mirror at the bottom of your chin and look down. That way you can get as close as you can to the lash line. And you just want to put all the way along the lash. And I like to start in the middle. Just a preference, but you can. I just like it because it helps me blend it in better. So start in the middle and then kind of just work your way out. And when you start coming to the end of your eye, lift up a little. So you're gonna want to just lift up, and then you can kind of go back and forth just to blend it in. Now, when you lift up, a lot of times you get like an empty space in between that lift and your lash line, so you just want to fill that in. And if you want more of a cat eye, just dip your liner or your brush in the liner a little bit. Just a little, don't use too much, because this you don't need that much. And you just want to kind of start out and just carry it in. Gives it like a flare, more like an almond shape to your eye. And again, start in the middle and then just work your way in. Okay, so there you go with the liner. I'm just filling a little spot here. Perfectionist, sorry. Okay, now for the next step of the liner, you're going to want to put it into the waterline. So again, grab your liner with your brush. And then what I do is I like to just pull your eye down a little bit and just stick it in there, just along the waterline. And this just makes the eyeshadow look a little bit more intense. It does make your eye look a little bit smaller, so if you have small eyes already, try putting this right below the lash line, right below your bottom lash line, so it won't close up your eye too much. And now, just for that added extra pop of color, I'm going to be using Jewel Blue and Electric Eel, and I'll show those to you. So Jewel Blue is our first one, and Electric Eel, and I'm going to be using the 219 brush. And that's the same brush that we used for the corner and for the highlight too. So it's kind of like a multi-purpose brush. You can use it for a lot of things. So you just want to dip it. I like to dip the Jewel Blue first, and then just the Electric Eel is a really intense color, so you're going to want to just dab a little bit on there. And you just pop it in the corner where you put the velvet moss, just for a little extra. And I like to just punch it in there. Not punch, I'm sorry, that's the wrong word, but just poke it in there using little circular motions. And then kind of take it into the crease as well. Just by flicking. And if you need a little more color, just dip a little bit more. Just to make it pop a little bit more if you want to. Now once you're done with this, you might have to go over with the fluid line again because you're putting that powder on there. The reason I like to do this last though is because you put the fluid line on top of it. I mean, you're just going to have to reapply anyway. So basically you're reapplying no matter what. So we'll go back over with the fluid line. And the great thing is you already have that basic or that base line for your liner, so it's not going to be too hard to find that. So we'll just go over it again. And it's just real quick. There we go. And if you find that once you're done, it's maybe not even with the other eye, or you just have to blend a little bit more, there's certain colors in certain spots, just reapply. I mean, this isn't, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just makeup. Okay, so now that's done. Like I said, we already applied the foundation just to kind of speed things up, but I applied it with the 188 brush, and I used the Studio Fix Fluid in NC30. So you just apply it in circular motions. And when I get towards the eye, I'd like to look up and just kind of get in there as close to the lash line as possible. And sometimes I just swipe it. And then the powder, I use the NC30 in the Studio Fix with my 187 brush. And that you just want to swirl it in there. And I like to dab it first. Dab it all over. And then I go in my circular motions and go everywhere. And like I said, again, under the eye, just right there. So once you put your powder on, I'm going to go back because we're going for more of like an intense eye look. So I'm going to go back with the humid and put that under the eye on the bottom lash line. So right here, just get as close as possible. And I like to start from the corner and work my way to the middle. And I don't like to go all the way to the end. For this look, we're just going to stop right here. So we're going to start at the corner and then work our way. And I just kind of like smudge it in. And also you're going to want to try to connect it with the crease color. So right here, just kind of peck it in there. Okay. And now for the blush, I use Gingerly. With the 129 brush. And that's a blush brush. And when you're using a blush, you want to apply it on the cheekbone. So we're going to start with the apple of the cheek and work our way out. And you want to work up and away. You don't want to go straight out. You want to give kind of a contour look. So we're going to be working kind of like a C. So what I like to do is start right on the apple of the cheek. And if you could smile for me. That's where you know where the apple of your cheek is. Right here, the highest point of your cheek. So I just like to peck at it. And just in flicking circular motions, work my way up and out. So just go around and right on the temple. And you want to start off with just a little bit of color and build it. You don't want to apply too much and have to try to take it away. So we're just working on the apple of the cheek and our way up and out. So apply a little more if you have to. Again, start at the apple and working our way towards the temple. And our way back down and just kind of blending it in there and make it look as natural as possible. So that's our blush. Now for the lips, I use Subculture lip liner. And before I put that on, I use the lip conditioner by MAC. and I use the disposable